It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Cowboys and the Chargers coming up next.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Chargers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Cowboys in this matchup, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of, we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports from the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Charger offense ready for their first possession, and it's Justin Herbert at the helm in his second season now out of Oregon.
About the only thing that didn't go right for Justin Herbert in his rookie season, the team's overall record. The Offensive Rookie of the Year in the NFL was the 4th rookie with over 4,000 yards passing, just 38 yards short of the rookie record set by Andrew Luck in 2012. In addition, he set the single-season record for passing touchdowns by a rookie with 31, breaking the mark of Cleveland's Baker Mayfield. This young man's potential, limitless. That's why so many people wanted to be the next head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers and help open up the stadium big in 2021.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Osa Odighizuwa able to run it down for a loss of a yard. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnose perfectly there.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. CeeDee Lamb deep for the Cowboys. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott set to go on offense for the first time. And with Dak at the controls, his 6th season under center now as the Cowboys quarterback.
You remember last year he got off to an incredible start. Threw for over 450 yards in 3 straight weeks, including 502 against the Cleveland Browns in Week 4. Just 4 yards short of the franchise's single-game record. Then came his injury in Week 5. That pretty well derailed the Cowboys season.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
Throwing, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Now, without as much fanfare as you might expect, Amari Cooper's gone over 1,000 yards in 5 of his 6 NFL seasons. And even without Dak Prescott for much of last year, he finished with a career-high 92 catches.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. And of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
Now, I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Back on offense, here come the Dallas Cowboys. A 6-10 campaign for them, Charles, in 2020. And Dak Prescott coming off the injury. You got the ankle to deal with, the shoulder. Will he be ready for week 1? And if so, what will we see from Dak and the Cowboys this season?
Well, everything we're seeing and everything I'm hearing out of Frisco, Texas, where the Cowboys are based for preseason training, sounds like Dak's going to be okay for week 1. And what an opener at Tampa Bay, the defending Super Bowl champions against TB12 and the Buccaneers. But the bottom line for me is with this team, how can they get better on defense? Can they get DeMarcus Lawrence going, rushing the passer? Can Micah Parsons as a rookie have a huge impact on defense as a linebacker? And then, of course, the secondary, can they hold up? If they get better on defense, with this offense, they've got a chance to win the NFC East.
From the 35 on second down, Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Able to hit his target, Lamb. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Second down at 5. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Prescott. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And incomplete on the deep ball. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's second down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. On play action, Prescott. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And Dak Prescott was not the only Cowboy to miss the bulk of last season. Remember, Blake Jarwin went down in the Sunday night opener on the road against the Rams. He's back healthy and makes a nice catch there.
A first down carry by Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Prescott now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Elliott, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Los Angeles Chargers, as they come back out here, Charles, Justin Herbert, so good in 2020 as a rookie. What can he do? Can he replicate that, I guess, in 2021 and improve upon this team's 7-9 record where they missed out on the playoffs a season ago?
I think Justin Herbert can improve on what he did as a rookie, and the team will improve in record as well. Remember, they drafted Rashawn Slater out of Northwestern to be the starting left tackle and help protect him. And Brandon Staley, their brand new head coach, he's a defensive wizard. So they expect to improve there and get Derwin James back. They'll do everything safety. So this is a team that they can win some one-possession games. Remember, 23 one-possession games the last 2 seasons, tied the most with Seattle. And 16 one-possession losses, the most in the NFL in the last 2 years. If they can flip that around, this team will definitely be in the playoffs. And Brandon Staley, the head coach, known for defense, no position he played in college, but he played quarterback. How about that? He'll keep eyes on both sides of the line of scrimmage.
Dancing to his left, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. On first down, Justin Herbert. And Cook has it, left side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. And Justin Herbert looking comfortable here in season number 2. He looked comfortable in season number 1 for that matter. But what's the game plan for defending and trying to limit him?
Oh, you've asked a really difficult question there because you're right. Year 1, he looked like a 5-7-year veteran, and he's only going to continue to get better. But with a guy who throws such a pretty ball and has such a great arm, throwing the long ball has got to be a blast for him. He wants to push the ball downfield. Doesn't mean he can't make all the other throws, but I want to take those away first and make him beat me by being accurate and dinking and dunking all the way downfield.
Running on first down, Eckler. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now it's Herbert. It's complete to Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
And Mike Williams was a 1,000-yard receiver in 2019 and had to battle through some bumps and bruises in 2020. He's known for his big plays downfield, but he also can make the dependable catch as well.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. Now Eckler. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with second and goal coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Eckler again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Kelly. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on fourth and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop it behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now third and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
Extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it first and 10 up at the 20. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
After 1, it's 9-0. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. They'll try to throw now. Prescott over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
By anyone's measure, CeeDee Lamb had an excellent rookie campaign with 74 catches and 935 yards. He's poised for an even bigger season this year.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Elliott. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Prescott, and he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will bump up the lead again to 12-0. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
All day, baby, let's go. Let's go.
Chargers offense back onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they... Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, he shot in, seeming like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, that's Elliott, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
First down, Prescott. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, he's got the connection to Cooper. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Get him, boys!
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast too, converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down.
And a big part of Justin Herbert's success as a rookie was having a guy like Keenan Allen to throw to. Allen's averaged over 100 catches a year the last 4 years. No matter who's throwing it, they can count on him.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And this is caught at the 8. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards, the final tally.
Jalen Guyton was undrafted out of North Texas, but he's carved out a nice little role with this offense, especially when he runs routes like that and makes catches.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Point after, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This is Tony Pollard. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Zeke going to get it on the option. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trip to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Only 3 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. That one complete to Elliott. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Osa Odighizuwa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and it's 3rd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Here's Ty Long now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. On 1st and 10, Prescott. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second and 2. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
Extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Prescott to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. Now Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Prescott yet again. And that is incomplete here.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Prescott now. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Here's Prescott. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. His throw incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but it'll be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Joey Bosa. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
Partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. He's going to find Gallup here complete. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that now makes this a 15-7 game. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. From the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It was Ezekiel Elliott who put together a solid first half. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Cowboys. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Now Pollard. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half, because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott from the gun. It's caught. Cooper. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. That one goes for 8 yards.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, it's Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. 134 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
Shreds the tackle. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
There's Prescott. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. From the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Out of the gun, Herbert. Caught by Allen. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. 7 yards, the pickup there. Working with a 2nd and 3. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And Cook has it, left side. That catch good for only a couple.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On the give, this is Eckler. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Herbert. And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
This is the hitch route. And tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
On first down, it's Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
This pass finds its way to Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Carlos Watkins gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
To try again after the sack. Herbert. Under pressure, they got him again. Osa Odighizuwa getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Herbert now. And this is going to be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's 1st down from the 42. They start on the ground with Elliott. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They go to Elliott again. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 154 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
From the 40 now on second down. Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And shedding through the tackle. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, you don't become a 2-time rushing champion in this league without being able to shed some tackles, and Ezekiel Elliott does just that on this latest run.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground, and here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
From the 6.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 18. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Incomplete.
Well, Charles, one of the unfortunate things about the preseason, there's always injuries. In particular, the running back spot was hit hard. You had Cam Akers, J.K. Dobbins, Travis Etienne all go down with serious injuries before week 1.
And, Brandon, look at it this way. You're talking about 3 runners who were so important to their teams. Akers and Dobbins expected to break out in year 2, and Etienne was supposed to be a terrific rookie. But all of them have backstops. For Akers being out, Darrell Henderson is there. They traded with New England to get Sony Michel. With J.K. Dobbins going out, Gus Edwards goes to the lead running back position, and he's a thumper. And with ETN out, James Robinson is already there. Ran for 1,000 yards as a rookie. Even though he was undrafted, took the league by storm. And Carlos Hyde joins the team as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Randy Gregory in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's closing in on 200 yards on the ground with the 4th quarter still to come. We're in the 3rd. Good shot to get there.
And now he's got to make sure he convinces his coaching staff to leave him out there and keep touching the ball, because when you've had that kind of a day, there is a tendency to think about getting him out and saving some of it. Running backs never like to save yardage.
You know he's tapping his quarterback on the shoulder. I'll take the ball again, please, right?
Not turning down any carries.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Gallup getting it on the jet sweep. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. On 2nd down, Elliott. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Wow, 213 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Flush to his right. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now it's Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
42's the mic, boys, 42.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
Rip left.
Herbert on 1st down now. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Come on, QB, come on. Hey, check.
To the air again, Herbert. It fights him off. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete.
Into the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll find Williams on the slant. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the program, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Cut. Mike's 42.
Again, Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 47-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Austin Eckler, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. The give is to Elliott. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
I think what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Strong left. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
Throwing, Prescott. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. And wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Single, slop. Hey, you're on an island over there.
Prescott from the gun. Touchdown, Cowboys! Blake Jarwin from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys add on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. He's got Allen. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. Allen's got it over the middle. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Single.
Herbert. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 42's much. 42.
Herbert back to the air.
I can't believe they even let you.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And running with power here. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Here you go, bro.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Tight right. Ready, go.
On 1st down, it's Herbert.
Watch your slap.
It's complete to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Herbert throwing again. Now he's forced out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Herbert now. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. But defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Now it's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Now, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Now Pollard. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here we go.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try to keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Remsauer? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here telling us stretch this thing out a little bit?
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down, Elliott once more. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Dallas.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check. Hey, kill.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Mike, 49. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.